Hey, plant hosts. Welcome to a special edition of Planty Chat. Thanks for joining us. So I'm just waiting for my planty partner in crime, Chante, to join us, and then we'll get started. There she is. Just bam.
Here I am.
What up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So, allow us to have a toast to the people who've joined us today. So, bon santé to
Salud.
the peoples here. We appreciate you coming. Thanks for the vibe.
Speaking of salud, I gotta give a shout out for Hispanic Heritage Month. So you
Hey,
know us, you know what Puerto Ricans like to represent. So if you want to represent
where
para su cultura, para su país, go ahead and drop that flag in the comments.
bum, 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 bum.
Hi, single
Oh,
mom in the city. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for
hi.
joining us.
Yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So how are you doing? How are you and your bajillion plant babies managing?
We're all right. I've, managed not to like buy a bunch of plants lately. So
Well,
some
that's
months I've
always
gone by
good.
and like bought like 15 plants.
What happened?
I said some of these months have gone by and I've bought like 15 plants in a month,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think I don't know if I might have bought like I don't remember. I bought at the beginning of the month, so I don't know if I technically bought it in August or September, but I've been good. I've been good lately.
I think you have because you haven't sent me anything like, hey, they got these for $15 at Kroger. Well, there's no Kroger there. For $15 at HEB. I'm gonna get 4 of them, okay? I'm like, okay.
Oh well, speaking of, Sam's Club had really big Monstera for 75,
How
but
big?
they were kind of ran through. It depends. Because some of them might have been worth it. Some of them were a bit ran through. So
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, especially when it comes to those monsters. Oh, the fiddles that I had got from Kroger, them bitches look like they done been through some things.
they
Like,
didn't see the war.
I mean, like I still bought some because
They
I
were
mean I
$15.
will grow a fiddle. I will grow a fiddle. So I got 3 of them. Because I really wanted some more, and I just been really lusty for a big one. So I'm like, I can grow it. I'm not about to pay $500 for one that I want because for the people, that's how much they cost when you get them big and lush and bushy and stuff. They're very expensive. So you see one of moderate size, go ahead and snatch you one up. She's a ficus, kind of hard to take, not hard to take care of, but she's delicate and she needs to like
Yeah,
keep her in one
they're
spot.
just divas. They like what they
I
like.
Yeah, like this fiddle right here, I moved it from the quarantine area and then I finally put it into my room and bitch lost like 3 leaves because I moved her. Girl, like it's more light here and you got some
Right, I'm about
friends.
to say it was probably more light in your room than.
Right, it's more light and she got like some friends.
Mhm.
So, you know, but we're here today because we're doing a special live and we'll be talking about our Bay of the Month. So,
Yeah.
T, why don't you tell us what your Bay of September is?
So let me just, for y'all that are new, we usually do our Bay of the Month or our favorite plant of the month on YouTube, but this month we're doing it on Instagram Live. So thanks again for joining us. So I had a hard time choosing my Bay, like I just picked it at
Same.
the last minute. Uh, but this is my Bay.
It's
This is my
ooh,
Bay today.
ooh.
I'm too close to the camera again. Okay, there we go. Oops, I'm spilling dirt. It's okay. I got a vacuum. So this is Alocasia Silver Dragon. And so you can see we have about 6 leaves. It's in actually still in the nursery pot. I got this plant like when I went shopping for my birthday, so I got it like back in April. So actually I don't know if it came in this. No, it didn't. I put it in this. This is from another plant. So it's in this. Look at that root corn. Just wanna.
Oh, ooh, that looks so pretty.
I know.
And they look
And then
healthy.
it's in this HEB,
Oh, one of
just
those little
cover
HEB
pot.
planters. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got this plant around April, and I got it from Wild Roots in New Braunfels, which is just outside of San Antonio, was just hands down my
Yeah, you said
favorite
like,
nursery in Texas. Like, I mean, if y'all are into common plants, if y'all are into rare plants, take your butt over to Wild Roots. But I think they're only open on Saturdays now, so you got to plan for it. If you like to collect plants, if you like rare plants, get there early because that's when the collectors are there.
yeah, because let me
So
tell you, ain't nothing like a planty hoe. Planty hoes wait outside like
yes,
Jordan fiends,
in
okay?
line, and they will
They
show up
wait in
on time.
line. They show up on time. Okay,
It's
they
like trying to
can't.
get a PS5. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like a new Jordan release. Like
Yeah.
planty people are not kidding around at all.
But that being said, this plant has started to show up in the box stores. So of course, I
Hmm.
think I'm not gonna lie, I paid like $65 for this plant.
Uh-huh.
And it had more leaves. It started to drop some. It dropped like two, but now it's putting out these
Okay.
huge leaves. If you can see my hand,
Yeah, those ones are
really big
nice.
leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
But
When I see
yeah,
a
Costa
picture on your
Farms
Instagram,
started to
I'm
put
like,
these out in the box stores, and when Costa Farms put a plant out in the box stores, it's $20. So if you want one of these, and don't want to pay a whole lot for it, just be patient, and I'm sure that you will be able to find one.
can you recommend
Um,
a plant store that maybe it might show up in? I mean, a box
I
store
want
that
to
it might
say
show
I
up
have to
in?
say Lowe's and Home Depot. That's where Costa Farm stuff be showing up. So
Okay.
um, also, I would recommend some like places have, of course, the Facebook groups, but some have ones that are box store groups, and you can just pay attention in there, and you'll know when they
And then the thirsty
show up.
hoes be like, some new shit didn't drop. Bah, bah, bah,
I will say
bah.
that Costa Farms does sell plants online, but when they sell plants online, they $50, and then the same exact plants are $20 in the store. So if you can be
Right.
patient, you can save you some coins.
Right. You gotta
Now,
beginners
I
for the
know a lot
long
of
game.
people kind of shy away from alocasia because they are spider mite magnets. This one has not had spider mites actually, um, and they are really primarily outdoor plants. They do really like highlight. So unless you have like a south facing window, unless you
Mm.
have grow lights, I really wouldn't recommend alocasia. However, if you want to break into alocasia and you find this, get it. Because let me tell you, this is one of the easier allocations that I have. It looks so like diva-ish and pristine. I mean, this lovely,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the reverse of what I used to go with the plant. What I usually do like the white veining and dark green. This is the
Yeah.
reverse. It's
The
the dark
reverse.
veining and
Mm-hmm.
then the almost
Mm-hmm.
white outside of the plant. Let me tell you, this is my easiest, most low fuss alocasia that I have by far. So if you're looking to get into alocasia and you can find this for a good price, go ahead and get you a silver dragon. There is a green dragon alocasia, dragon scale version. I don't know if it's just as easy, but it may be. I think the availability is the same. Although I don't know if that one's gonna be produced on a large scale. And just like clockwork, this whole Sophie is beating on my door.
Sophie, go
And
sit
I
down.
wait, no, I don't know what that last noise was. Like, what was that?
Was that your poltergeist?
Something just blew up outside. My
Oh.
windows are open because it's been slightly cooler.
Oh, okay.
But this one lives in my cabinet, and it's getting too big, as you can see. It's
Yeah, I
getting
was
too
gonna
big.
say, which cabinet is it in? It's
And the one in my Mills
in the Mills
Bay
Bay,
cabinet in
right?
my
Okay.
room. So this might get moved to the
Okay.
garage. But yeah, this is
Yeah, no, she
this is
looks
my bad
gorgeous.
number. And if you're new to alocasia, I recommend that you starting with this one if you can find it. It's very easy, low frills, fuss-free plant for me.
Alocasia, yeah. My experience with alocasias is I just like have to continuously like cut them back because they get spider mites and then start all over again. And then like that whole process of starting over. And it's just like, come on.
Let me tell
The
you, I have an alocasia cuprea that I paid the same for, and that hoe just lost its last leaf. And I don't know if it's gonna come back or not. I put it in leca, and I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going to
and then
happen.
it's like, all right, you get the little nugget. You're down to the little
You put your nugget in some moss. I should just put it in moss, but I got it in leca. I'm gonna leave it there. Uh,
your
yeah,
little
it's the
allocation
opposite.
nugget. It
The
just
opposite.
it can be challenging. I had an
So that
allocation
one that you
nugget.
left me did come back, and it did turn out to be a poly,
Did it was a
but it did
poly?
get spider bites again already. So there's that.
Like, are they in the roots? Like, what is going on?
So what I'm going to do is, I mean, I'm planning on bringing my plants back in. We're here in Central Texas. We don't really have to bring them until November. But I really want to find some ladybugs just to get everything prepared. Even if I can't find ladybugs, I'll just do lace wings like I have been.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know because it was in the back of the greenhouse. How the fuck do the spider mites just skip everything, and just go
They're
straight to
like,
the back
and
of the
no,
allocation?
and no, and no, and no. And mind you guys, in our greenhouse, there's how many plants are in the greenhouse? Like 40?
At least.
There's like 40
Yeah,
plants in there.
40.
And like that doesn't make any sense. And
It'll
here
just go
at
to the
my
back.
house, my elephant ears that I literally just brought back like from Nuggets and they have like leaves and shit got spider mites and I'm like, where did they come from? Because
They spontaneously appear.
like it's really frustrating. It's extremely frustrating.
Yeah, my Caladium xanthosoma had spider mites, but the plant right next to it, nothing. I just don't understand. So I'm dealing with that.
I'm sorry.
So let me
These
go
woes,
see if Coach is still at the door, and then we
these
can get
woes, these
yeah, and
woes
then we can get
is
started with your
crazy.
bag.
Okay, that's fine. But to the people, so you know that I encourage like people buy plants, have plants, whatever your lifestyle is, get them, have them. Okay, so obviously, like my mom, she went plant OD, and so she's been having mad problems with her plants, and so she was like, "I'm not fucking taking this shit no more. All of these bitches gotta go." So listen, this plant life ain't for the weak, okay? Not at
There's like
all.
a honeymoon period, and then shit gets real.
It gets real as
But
fuck.
you just got
It's
to deal with it because then you're just too invested at that point. Like I'm looking at my pothos over my bed now, and they look stupid. They've just been drooping lately, and I don't understand why. Because it just happened. Just they just started looking droopy, and I want to repot them,
you gonna
but
break
I
them
can't
up?
find the pot that I have in mind. Sometimes you be looking for the exact right, you
Yeah.
know, planter. Like it needs to be plastic because it's hanging. So I
Mhm.
need something light, but I need something cute. It can't be like so many ugly plastic pots. And I know they exist because I have some cute plastic pots,
Have you
but I
went
think
to
they're
at
just gone.
home?
Like they're not in the
Have
stores anymore.
you went to at home for like the end of season sale?
I have not.
That's where you should go. They probably got them for like $3.
You're probably right.
Like
But I don't. My room's a mess, so I'm not gonna turn this camera around. But I'm looking at them now, and they just look sad.
my bedroom pathos is actually doing good. Like she's
Anyway,
here.
I went
Yeah.
to open the door, and so he was gone. This hoe.
Mm, mm.
So, what is your favorite plant for the month of September.
So my September bay is, I'm sure the y'all who keep up with us and what we got doing already know that it's gonna be an aroid. But my bay of the month is actually a heartleaf philodendron, and she's really a bottom bitch. Like,
Really is.
she really
Really
holds
is.
down. I bought this bitch in January, and let me tell you, I she minds her business and she shows up beautifully. Okay? Look at this shit. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Come on. Come on, get into her, honey. Like, what? Who's giving me 4 feet? 4 feet like that in 9 months.
Hartley Philos they be putting out.
And
Um,
so
I think they grow faster than pothos.
I I think that they grow, as far as the vining phylos, they do grow faster than the pothos. That's what I've learned.
Hmm.
Um, but heartleaf philodendron is um it's not that easy to find, but it's a great alternative to a pothos because it vines, and you're gonna get this. You gonna get some of this. Like, it's a boa. Like, I can wear it. It's wearable.
You can wear it.
Right now,
And
it's fashion.
they're low
Okay.
light tolerant. Also, I don't
Yeah.
think they're as low light tolerant as a
No,
pothos, but
no, they're not
they
as
you
low
can put
light.
them in a low light
But you can put
situation.
them, but you can kind of put them in a variation of lighting.
Hmm.
It can stream between like the high light, medium light, or lower light.
All of it. They'll take all of it.
Yeah. And so I mean, I really love the leaves. It's heartleaf. Let me see. Let me find a good one for y'all. Okay, I got one. Shit, I done dropped a piece of leaf in my wine. Okay, okay. All right. So let's see her. So she's a delicious, juicy leaf that is giving. She's giving very much heart. She's giving lusciousness. Just get into her, okay?
Did you spray her down with some Flora Noir Plants leaf shine?
You know I did. You already know. She looking flossy and glossy, right? She looking
She's
good.
looking very shiny.
Yes. So yeah, before we got on live, I actually cleaned her with a product that T and I are working on a plant cleaning product that actually gives, a plant shine. It's all
Should.
natural products. It gives it, like, some zhuzh. So so yeah, so that's why she's looking glossy and flossy, because you don't want your plants out here looking dusty. They, like, ever. Like, why would you do that? You don't want your plants dusty. No. But
You definitely want to clean your plants off too, because when they're dusty, then it's harder for the light to penetrate,
to
you
penetrate, for
know.
them to photosynthesize and get that energy up. Um but for caring for the philo, like I said, this she's a bottom bitch, okay? She shows up, she does what she's supposed to do. She stay where she at. She stays in her lane, okay? Very, very easy plant to care for. So, newbies, this is a plant for you. You can get her, grow her, love her, propagate her, make more, all of that. It's an aeroid, so they need to be in a kind of a crunchy soil, to aerate the soil so that the water doesn't just sit and be stagnant on the roots. We talked about feedings at our last live, and definitely need to be feeding your plants at least once a month. Whatever food you decide to choose, still do it. Make it happen. Watering, I let it dry out. You need to let her dry out. Don't overwater. Overwatering is the number one cause of killing plants. So be mindful. You should space out your waterings for aeroid plants 7 to 10 days. 7 in the summertime, 10 in the winter. So just kind of keep an eye on them and just like, check in with them. But yeah, I have her situated on my plant shelf. So her vine, I actually had to like unwrap her because she was vined all the way down the side of my shelf. And if you haven't seen my shelf, it's actually in my living room tour on our YouTube. So
Go ahead and
definitely
check
check it
that
out.
out.
Right. And I'll talk about like other things in that video. But let me see. What else? I mean, I love Philo, so I never go wrong with them. Just that type of plant, just me and a Philo, we just go together. Like we go together, like or
So I have a few of those. You did leave one in our greenhouse, and then I took it
yeah.
myself. Then I replaced it.
Oh,
But I took it to put in one
child.
of my cabinets. In my cabinet, but Stella, also video. Also check that out on our YouTube. And because it had grown so quickly in the
Right.
greenhouse,
You was like,
and then I put it in the cabinet, and it has grown to the top already. And I just put it in there maybe like 2 months ago, and it's actually binding across the ceiling of the cabinet. And I also have one in another video in the living room tour video,
mm-hmm.
and right in the entryway, which is a low light situation,
Yeah,
and
no, that
I'm
one
doing
looks
pretty
great.
fine there
That
too.
one looks
So
great.
I tried to put peperomia there, ruby cascade peperomia, beautiful plant,
Mm.
died a quick and painful death in that spot. So the file is working well. So
Yeah.
to me, they come in waves. So sometimes you'll see them everywhere, and then sometimes they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I
So if
never
you
see them
see a
anywhere.
heartleaf philo, just grab it, just buy it because
Even
you
if it's
never
a
know when
four
you'll be
inch
able to see
pot.
it again.
Even if it's a 4 inch pot.
Hmm.
This
That's
came from
true.
a 4 inch pot.
Because the
Like
one that I have, yeah,
she's from a 4 inch pot. Like look at that.
and the one in the cabinet is a 4 inch pot, but I bought a basket. Um, After that, when I found a basket, so we do have a basket in our Florida plants greenhouse. But yeah, I mean the color is don't hate on green plant, y'all. Beautiful deep green color. You know,
Yeah, I like it.
everybody wants the silver, the variegation, the pink, but do not
Hmm.
sleep on the beauty of just a lovely deep
Don't
green.
don't you do it. Don't you do it. Cause like my pothos and like the pothos green isn't as deep
Mm-mm.
as, it just
It's just a little bit more yellow
yeah,
than
yeah, it has more yellow undertones. That's correct. Cause see, here's let me get it facing better. Okay, so here's
hmm
the heart leaf, and then here's the pothos. Actually, those leaves look hella similar.
They do, but
Ah,
I know what you're talking about. Because if you was to look like in real life, you could
right,
tell the difference.
right. Yeah,
And you can
they're
also tell the
definitely different.
difference if you're in the store by the way that the leaves emerge from the vine, because philo leaves
Hmm.
have like this little covering,
A little
as you
sheath
can see
before
right
they
there,
pop
like a
out.
little
They have
sheath.
like these little
They pop out
sheaths.
of the teeth,
Yeah,
where pothos just pop out kind of naked, like here I am.
yeah. They just show up. They be like, "Bitch, I'm here. Bitch, I'm."
Yeah, there's no sheath on a pothos, so Uh, that's how you can tell the difference if you're having a problem. I bought some, and one of your bays a couple months ago was neon philodendron, not lemon lime
Yeah,
neon.
and not
Whatever.
not a philo, but pothos. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a neon pothos, but I
Uh huh.
bought some lemon lime philodendron,
Philos.
which I found them
Let
at
me.
the box store at
Oh,
Trump
y'all.
Depot, and I bought two 4 inch pots, but they were
Hmm.
labeled as neon pothos. But I'm looking at them, and I'm
But you
like,
like
this ain't
no
no
honey.
pothos.
You like no
This ain't
honey.
no pothos. And I
This
think
is
I
a
texted you when I
philo.
was at the store too.
Yeah.
So sometimes they're mislabeled because sometimes the nursery don't even know what they're talking about. And you're like, man, y'all know what y'all talking about.
Oh, the big box stores, half the time they have no idea what they're talking about. You could pull up to a big box store and they will have the shit, okay? And then you just be like, oh shit, I'm gonna just take a clip in. Like, let me just run up out of here with something. because
Just go cut it. You don't even have to do that. You can just buy y'all. Like I'm probably y'all. I ain't saying this, but I'm just saying Home Depot and uh,
home and
Lowe's. You can return plans.
Lowe's.
You can return plans for a year.
So you can,
So
for those wanting to start a plant collection, let us just give you this little ratchet tip.
buy the plant, and then if it don't work out, return the plant. Get your receipts emailed to you, so you never lose your receipt. And because I've
Pro
done
tip.
that, I bought a Rapid tetrasperma that had some sport variegation on it, and then yeah, it didn't make it. So you can just like the pot, like it could be dead in the pot. They'll take it back. They'll give you your money.
They better.
So,
Because they know they be
but I feel
breeding
like if
them
you
shitty
return a
ass
healthy
plants.
plant though, like they just throw it away. Like I feel like even if, because remember we had that issue where we had to return our plants.
Mm-hmm.
They're like labeled like dead. Like she labeled them like dead plant when I returned them. And they were hella healthy ass plants. We just had no need for them anymore. But that's what she
Right,
put when she
because that's
returned them
another that's
dead
another story.
plants.
We're gonna have to do an
That's
after
story
an
time.
after an after
But
hours story time about that fucking project. Like
yeah,
tea,
but nah,
we need tea time
all of
because
it.
that
Girl,
shit
we're gonna have us like a late night planning chat. If y'all want a late night planning chat series,
for
this one
real.
not gonna be with wine. This one gonna be with liquor. Okay. But yeah, I returned that plant and she's entering it in like dead plants. And I'm like, but people dumpster dive at the box store. So if you are about that life, you can dumpster dive
That's
at the
cute.
box stores and get plants.
I would give somebody $5 to do it, but I am not doing it. Like I am not like.
What if you bought the plant and then returned it and then stood next to the dumpster so that they would throw it out and
But
then
then I still have to.
but I want to say that this was Home Depot. Because Home Depot does not mark down plants. Period. Lowe's will.
Oh,
So if you
yeah,
return it to
yeah.
Lowe's, it might show up on the clearance rack. But Home
Yeah,
Depot will not mark down the plant. Home
Home
Depot will throw
Depot.
the shit out.
They be having them little janky ass monsters that be like this, and they still be $25, and I be like, this bitch
They
got
will not
one
do it.
leaf
They
on
will
it, and
throw it
it's
away.
like this. Why? So,
They be
child.
outside burn. No, that's Walmart. Walmart be outside burning plants like the clap. They just
Like they put them into a furnace. Like the plants that should not be in direct sunlight, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put them right here in direct
right,
sunlight."
right
You
out
go to
there.
the Walmart fucking garden area, everything crispy, well done. Okay, well done, like a Southern woman's steak. Well done.
I went. Well, this wasn't Walmart, but this was Home Depot, and I went up there and I was looking at. I had just bought I don't know, was it May or April when I did my Hoya. So I had the Crimson Princess. Um, so
Uh,
I
no,
don't remember what month that was.
it was. Dang it!
Yeah,
It was. It was May. No, it was April. Because one of the
April.
videos we both wore white, and then we had plants that had green with white vining, like both of us. And so then the one after that was your Hoya.
Yeah. So I knew that that plant had been popping up in box stores, and I was waiting for it to show up, and then I lost my patience and bought one in Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
then I bought it in like February because I remember when I was blogging about my cabinet, that's when I bought it.
Right.
But it showed up in the stores literally the week after that, and I remember like just looking at them and like pouring the water out of the Hoyas on display. And then
Oh my
like when I
God.
found some ZZs, like there was just like those white pots that some of those bigger plants come in.
Oh.
They're like hash pots, so they don't have drainage, and like the ZZs are
Mm.
like floating in water, and they'll just die.
Oh, that's
So
awful. Yeah, because you only need to water a ZZ like once a month. Like you don't really need to
I
OD
got a
it.
ZZ outside in the Texas heat that I've watered like 3 times. So
ZZs are also a bottom bitch for those who need one. Okay, she will be her. Okay, she will be that bottom girl for you. But I feel like we've provided the people with sufficient information on our bays tonight, and I really appreciate y'all for coming to hang out with us because I mean,
absolutely.
y'all make this shit go round. So until next time, bon santé,
Salud.
and thank you for shining some light on our green space. Peace out.
Ciao.